All right, so here's what happened. I saw like a 6-minute clip, right? Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill, Nia Long were sitting in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and the clip was okay. It was like, but here's what intrigued me. Later, I was reading some stuff on social media, and the New York Times, no, I'm sorry, the Washington Post said this. It said, "You people, a master class in race relations delivered as comedy."
A master class.
That's what intrigued me to watch this movie.
A master class.
A master class in race relations delivered as comedy. That's when I was like, okay, this I have to see. So that's what made me, that's what made me watch it. Does anybody want to start? Does anybody want to start?
It wasn't a master class.
I mean, a master class?
No.
That's exactly a quote. I actually had to write it down word for word.
Deep.
What it actually is, it's your commonplace racial fish out of water thing. But in this particular show, you have the situation between the Jonah Hill character and the Eddie Murphy character, and the situation between Lauren London's character and what's her name, the three-name chick from Seinfeld.
From Seinfeld, yeah.
Julia
Louis-Dreyfus, yeah.
Dreyfus. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, apparently, looking at the movie, Eddie Murphy clearly doesn't want this white guy to marry his daughter,
Right.
and Julia Louis-Dreyfus wants to be down to show her future daughter-in-law that she's down, and that's where. Had this been the first time I seen it, I would have thought it was funny. But after several movies doing the same thing, if you've seen it once, you've seen it twice.
John?
So, I mean, where do I start? I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, watching that movie made me just understand that we're in a time now where race is selling. You know what I'm saying? We have to make a movie now about, it's I mean, I look at the characters, I'm like, okay, is this believable? Is this real? Was this just thrown together? And I felt like the movie was thrown together real quick. I mean, like, you really didn't even see them. If you're gonna make a love story, we watched Love Story. We watched many love stories. Well, what's Tay Diggs and what's her name? What give me
Love Jones?
No,
the hip
with Mos Def in it.
yeah.
Brown Sugar.
Come on, like you saw a love story happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, even though they were they were two black folks, they were still friends, and they show how they fell in love, and
Right.
that made a difference. Now, this right here, they fell in love for no real reason, no real reason.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get married, and it's like it just seems so rushed. You know what I'm saying? Just to make a point.
Me too.
I'm gonna take them to the black barber shop. Okay, we you ain't taking them to the black. I mean, for what? You know what I'm saying? Oh, just to show you that I don't want you to marry my daughter. Blah blah blah. I don't know. It just got real corny to me. It was thrown together. And Eddie Murphy, that's my dude. I love Eddie Murphy, but I feel like he has to be careful with the movies he's coming out with, because funny Eddie Murphy is not. It's different now.
He did.
It's real different now, and I wanted to laugh so many times in that movie, but I just couldn't find myself laughing at anything, and I felt like it was more corny, and I'm just like, after it was over, I'm like, I could never watch this again. Not even on accident. I don't want to watch it with anybody. If you watching it and I walk in, I'm like, all right, I'm good.
It took me 3 times to watch it, to finish it.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't,
I mean,
it's number one.
and the thing about it is, like, it wasn't even believable
No.
that Jonah Hill's character and Lauren London's character could even get together, and it just there was nothing there.
Well, because he was on a hip hop culture podcast.
It
That's,
just
you know.
and then how did he meet? Because he thought she was a Uber driver. And all of a sudden she's benching him out, and now they're dating. How does that work?
Yep.
They even get into that part.
I don't know, man. I wanted to give it a chance. My daughters were watching it. I said, okay, we'll watch it. And I watched it. And now I've watched it. Not feeling it.
All right. So for me,
It was not a masterpiece.
master
class of
in race relations.
race relations.
Mind you, I'm all over the place. Where do I start? Where do I start? Here's where I'll start at first. I didn't buy Jonah Hill's character. Now, I do want to say this. Hip hop's been around now for 50 years. Okay? There are people who have grown up with hip hop as opposed to like us where we had other genres and stuff like that that we listened to first, and then we added hip hop to the mix. So there's people all over the world who have been born into hip hop. I get that. His character I didn't buy as the hip hop guy. Now, yeah, this was bad. I'm gonna tell you why. You're looking at a brother who likes romantic comedies. I'm gonna get that up right now. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna say it on tape. I'm not dude. So I guess the problem. Yeah, I'm not dude. Believe it, like when nobody's around. Yeah, I'm not cat. But if you knock on the door.
Turn that Maddox, huh?
Turn it right back to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Huh?
Yeah. Football.
Like
football.
I was
right.
watching Terminator.
Eddie Murphy's character. The problem I have with Eddie Murphy's character is because one thing is he would have never had that dinner with the parents. We've really met that guy who's that really militant guy. That guy's like you go up to him, you say, "Hey, good morning," and he looks at you and he goes, "It's not going to be a good morning until there's no more whites and Jews on the earth." You know what I mean? Like that. That's that guy. That's who he is. So he didn't play that enough for me. There was some things. 'Cause I'm all over the place now. There was some things I thought that they thought was gold. You know, one of the things that they thought was gold, when Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill were in the car, and they were playing the Jay-Z song, and he was trying to get Jonah Hill to say the N-word. When they came up with that and that was on paper, I'm sure that was gold. That was awful, bro. That was awful.
And you know why? You can see it coming a mile away, and you didn't need binoculars.
And then what does that prove?
Right.
And who would actually say it? Even if that's what you say. Would you say it then? Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something else too. Going back to that same character, Eddie Murphy's character would not have had him in his car. He wouldn't have had him in his car. That wouldn't have happened. So now, here's where I think they took it too far.
On the hoop court?
No.
Okay.
I could actually accept the hoop court, except for the fact that Jonah Hill should have got basketball lessons.
Exactly.
Of some sort.
Yeah.
He didn't look nothing like a basketball player. Even
Yeah,
the part where he was supposed to be doing well, he didn't.
Woody Harrelson looked like a basketball player.
Yeah.
And he couldn't jump.
Right.
Where I think they went too far was when they pitted the who has the worst atrocities.
Oh, yeah.
That was too far for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was too far for me. But yeah, but if y'all think, what would y'all think if Lauren London would have been like, her character would have been darker? Almost like Leslie Jones, dark.
It wouldn't have mattered to me because...
No, I mean, what impact would it have had? Because I didn't buy him as a couple. I didn't buy him as an interracial couple, to be honest with you.
I mean,
not as a visible interracial couple.
I mean, even if someone was darker, the way that it was set up, is what made it.
So
Yeah, non-believable. Now, if they had a montage where dude was, trying to get up to her every so often, and then she finally broke down and said, "Yeah, okay, I get that."
it was too easy.
Yeah, I mean, like, think about it. They're arguing in her car. The next thing you know, they're dating. No, I mean,
And if he knows what I know, when she told him to get out, he should have got out.
right.
That would have been it.
One of the bright spots for me, who's my guy? David Duchovny. He was my man. He was
ordinary people.
He was my man. Yeah. He was my man from Californication, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't give him enough.
No.
Nia Long hardly like spoke at all. I don't know if that was intentional to make her like the
Next to Mr. Wife.
yeah. But like I know, even the submissive wife at certain times she gonna say something. So it was just, I mean, the thing I like is though, and it didn't work, but I like the effort. I like how they were trying to be jokey, even though most of the jokes wasn't funny.
Right.
I like the effort that they were trying to, it just wasn't, Now here's my question though. In that situation, would you guys have given up so easily? Because the families didn't have their dip. Would you have just like, let's just forget it?
Me, no, because my philosophy would have been, well, let's just do this, and the hell with everybody else. They don't like it, and because you could be in a situation where you can be off to your own, and y'all both can pull an LB and go off on your own,
What'd you think, Joe?
I don't know, man. I mean, be in that situation. I mean, I don't know. I look at, I don't even understand the whole. This is why I have a problem with the whole story, man. Like,
Okay.
like if you got families who act like, who knows those families? Do you have any like? Can you point at a family right now that you can say, okay, I know a white family that's trying so hard to be down. And I got this black family who's just so non-accepting of anything at all, where we know, like, historically, almost we're more accepting than most. You know what I'm saying?
The worst of us is more accepting than the worst of everybody else.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't really see white folks trying to be so hard to be down so much in a sense, like to.
No, it was too much. Julie Louis-Dreyfus' character was too much.
I respect.
But see, I get that from her character because the fact that she was trying so hard which was supposed to make it funny.
I get it,
You know what I mean?
and
But it made you aggravated.
It was corny to the point of like, all right, come on.
It made you aggravated. You know what I mean?
I just feel like they were trying too hard to prove a point, and it went way. Like they didn't. To call it a master class in anything is a joke.
I thought that was funny. I thought it was like, you know what I mean?
That's like calling. I don't know what the hell that show is. That Century Entertainers in right now, where he's that neighbor with the white people. That's like saying that's a master class in. No, it's not a master class in anything. It was just a quick movie to show a white family against a black family for your kids getting married interracially.
Did you think?
And if there were a Jewish male on top of it.
Well, they went way Jewish and called themselves going way black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're way Jewish, you damn sure ain't doing that. If you way black, you damn sure ain't doing that.
Now, we've done this.
It just ain't in your DNA.
Right.
We've done this. We've done it repeatedly. We'll probably continue to do it, but we have the right to do it. Do you think the hair thing was a cheap shot?
Oh.
When the wig, when the wig came off?
I like to say absolutely it was a cheap shot. That wasn't even funny really. It was like, okay, gonna pull a woman's hair off. Okay. Alright. That's supposed to be funny if the woman's hair came off. I don't know. I don't know. I think it was a jab at the women, a black woman.
Right.
That was a jab at. So we gonna.
I think somebody thought that was
Wait a
a way to show differences.
So somebody ain't gonna get slapped for that. I mean, you slapped for the ball comment. You know what I'm saying? Now you making a movie about a girl's wig come off. I don't know.
I think in somebody's mind that was a way to show.
I forgot about that too.
Cultural. Oh, bro,
I forgot about that part. I forgot about that part. When I saw, it, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm with Cheap Shot.
Maybe it's just me.
I'm with Cheap Shot.
With that particular scene, I personally don't think it was a dig.
No. Do you think it was a way for somebody to show cultural differences? It just didn't work. It just fell flat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because most people don't understand why black women wear wigs. I'm a black man. I don't understand why.
You know. But I don't think we would have did it that way. And we've done it. We have a whole segment on.
Yo, hold up. If that was a scene on "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," that'd have been funny as hell.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's different though.
Because that comedy worked.
And that was all black culture. That was like nothing but a black movie. You know what I'm saying? This technically isn't supposed to be like a black movie. This is supposed to be a movie of, like, see, opposites can attract. See, we can get along together, Jewish and black. We can be together.
But even the name struck me when I first heard it before I even knew what it was. Like, you people, we kind of don't like that. We kind of don't like what we refer to as you people. We kind of really don't.
Man, when I was scrolling through, I saw this thing about, it says something about Georgia Louise Dreyfus and you people, right? But I couldn't find it again. I'm thinking that there was that they were on a show and someone said, Eddie Murphy pointed and said, you people, and they cut that off. I know they were making a movie, but the way they set up, it was to grab attention. The name is to grab attention. That's what the name is.
But when I heard it, it didn't make me want to see it or anything like that. It was just like, for us, you people's derogatory.
Yeah.
You know that. It's actually derogatory. You know what I mean? So that's what I thought about. I was like, oh shoot, they're gonna name a movie You People. I didn't never in the life of me think it was about, a young couple getting married and stuff like that. And I was like, You People.
Yeah. I think that's just a way to grab attention, to see, to pique interest.
But there was nobody obviously in the writers' room who was like, you know what?
Yeah.
This ain't gonna work.
No, because there never is.
Yeah, this ain't gonna work, bro. This ain't.
I think they tried too hard to make a statement.
But it was like nobody spoke up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like nobody was like,
Yeah. It was.
And David Duchovny was the actual cool guy.
Yeah.
He really was.
When he was reading the thing at the rehearsal dinner. I thought that was actually funny.
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest parts of the movie, for real.
He's a funny dude, but I don't know. I just felt like they went too far. Like it was like nobody like stood up and was like, should we even really do this movie?
Or even yet, someone stood up and said, "Why don't we just change a few things just to make it more realistic and humorous?"
Yeah, because
even if it wasn't funny, if a movie's interesting, that's just as good to me.
Like, why would you go here? All right, her dad wants to go with me to the bachelor party or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Right.
And it ain't that I'm gonna do anything. This is going too far, bro. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then not only that, being like Mr. Islam and everything else like that, you can't roll with me. I don't trust you like that. Right. Like, you know what I mean? You trying to get me?
I just feel like it'd made more sense if either one of the families wanted to get along. You know what I'm saying?
They should have just accepted the fact that these two families were too far apart. Now maybe over time.
Yeah, make it like the Bunkers and the Jeffersons, something like that.
Yeah, Jefferson. Unum College. You people there, Jefferson.
Yeah. Well, it was number one. For
55 million views.
And
55 million.
Yeah, but how many people actually liked it though?
true that. I mean, I put that up. A lot of people. It might have been a little bit more towards that didn't like when I posted it. I was like, I said it was corny. People were like, yo. People liked it, but I was like, no, it was kind of corny.